Well, it was an idea. Hey y'all, APG Jamie here. And today brings us a mishmash, self-entertaining kind of video. And I did this over a few days because, I'd be out there and I'm like, yeah, let's make some of those. Oh, what are some of those? We're going to make some playing cards because, we have that stamp set, from Timmy, and it's got the heart, the diamond, the club, and the spade rubber stamps in there. Yeah, I thought, well, let's just make some playing cards. So that's what we're doing. And at first I started being real fancy. We're using some of that distress resist. I don't know what it's called, y'all. There's a list of ingredients in the description below video. And I think I got most everything listed. I did end up using a lot more stuff, and some got filmed and some didn't, and junk like that. So yeah, if I missed something you're interested in, just leave a comment, y'all, and I will try my best to figure out what it was I was using and what it is you're talking about. Okay. I've never used this resist stuff. I've had it for a while. And I thought, well, we'll just use it. So I did. And my friend Via Vaughn had sent a package, which y'all know, probably already know. Anyway, and it had this stamp and die set in there. Now, the stamp set is bigger than the die set. I don't know. There's two different dies that go with the stamp set. And I decided that we're going to make the flowers from that stamp set, the small one. So that's what we're doing. And at this point, I'm thinking I'm just going to make a whole single deck of playing cards. Okay? I know. Oh, expectations, y'all. Expectations. And I don't know why I try to stick those stamps to that acrylic block backwards, but sometimes I do try that. I figure everybody else does too. We just don't talk about it so much. So now I'm trying to figure out which die goes with which flower. That can be kind of the hard part. And I do this for a while, and then I'll end up trimming them apart. You don't see that part when I'm trimming them apart. And then I go die cut them, and in the meantime I'm going to get some just some plain white cardstock. Now, for some reason this cardstock was smaller than average. I probably had already trimmed it down for some other purpose that it didn't get used for, because it wasn't a full 8.5 by 11. It was more like 8 by 11. I don't know what's up with that. So an actual official playing card here in the United States is 2.5 by 3.5, which is just coinkatinkly the exact same size as an artist trading card. So there you go. You got artist trading cards. You can turn those into playing cards. Okay. The main thing about playing cards is there are 4 suits, and they are numbered from the number 2 to the number 10. Then you have the royals, which is a jack, a queen, and a king. And then you have an ace, which is an A for ace, but it's also a number 1. Okay? So, yeah. Now, also the thing is there are, 4 suits, I already said that. And they each get, the number cards and the royal set as well. And spades and clubs are typically black. Hearts and diamonds are typically red. And I thought, I'm not typical. I'm not your average bear. So we're just going whatever colors I felt like on the particular time and date that I was out there. Okay. I love this alphabet stamp. I just do. I think it's super cool. And I don't use it near enough. I don't use any of my things near enough, but far enough. They're pretty good. So I'm going with that in mind, one of each suit. Okay, yeah, that's how I kind of started. Yeah, whole deck. 52 cards is in an average or an official deck. That's not the tarot deck. That's a whole different ball game right there. And then there are other card games and such. But my intentions was a full deck. And I'm not doing the backs of these because on a traditional deck of cards, 52 cards, all the backs are exactly the same. So you can't cheat and figure out what the other person is holding because all the backs look exactly the same unless you're using a marked deck of cards, which is a no. That is cheating. Don't be cheaters. Anyway, so I'm thinking I'm going to go with the yellowish flowers because I had 4 and, you know, they're different and they're yellowish. So I'm like, yeah. And then I had a pink set, but I think I cut that part out because, you know, I think I decided to go with the yellow. I don't know. And I'd already stamped and die cut the little flower stem and a couple leaves on there. And like I said, I was, you know, starting out just kind of being kind of traditional. And then, you know, kind of got bored with that and we moved on to other things. And I don't know if I mentioned it already, but I've thought it a couple times, is some things got filmed and some things didn't. I did not end up with 52 cards. I have 32. I can make a deck any way I want to. Okay, we have our traditional hearts, diamonds, spades, and clubs. Okay, so now we're going to glue these things together. Now some of the cards I made have stuff glued on. Do all of them? I don't think all of them do. And I ended up using just a vast amount of different stamps. Vast, I shouldn't say vast, y'all. A lot of different stamps. That's why I probably got some of them missed. So if you see a card and you're like, hey, what was that? You know, I might can figure it out. We might can figure it out together or not. So I did, y'all. Proud of me. I kept them flat mostly, except for the ones that got, you know, got a couple layers of glued on stuff. And then at one point I found this little, y'all remember I said, well, y'all don't remember necessarily, at my live show I'd recently had went to the Joann's because it's in the same strip center, that's shopping center, y'all, as the SAS shoe store, which is San Antonio Shoes. That's what the SAS means. And they make leather shoes, and my husband liked leather shoes because he's got special feet. Anyway, don't be hating on me, Peter. Anyway, he needed to go order some shoes, so we was over there, and I'm like, well, I'll just pop in the Joann's right quick. And I did. And they had this little set of teeny tiny words. Teeny tiny words, y'all. I don't know, I don't remember because I edited this, you know, a couple days ago, so I don't remember if I showed any of that. Anyway, teeny tiny words. So I ended up putting a word on all the different cards. Okay, now can I go ahead and finish out making the other rest of the deck? Yes. Will I? I don't know, because I kind of had my feel of it, and that's how I am sometimes, y'all. I'm like, yeah, that's enough of that. But you can always go back to it. Like I said, I left the backs blank. So if at some point I decide to finish out the deck, I will, I don't know, figure out how to put backs on all of them so that they're exactly the same. So this is that ticking, I think it's called ticking stamp. It's another Timmy stamp. I did not use exclusively Timmy, okay? We use gobeland, and I think the teeny tiny word stamp is called parklane. Don't hold me to that. Hopefully I listed it. I don't know. And just some unnamed brand stuff. And I'm like, yeah, I like that one. I think we even used an Elizabeth Craft. I don't know, y'all. I did not put any numbers on any of them. And they all got one. They either got a diamond, a heart, a spade, or a club, and clover. It's just kind of the same thing, y'all. Anyway, heat gun, y'all, because I use heat gun from time to time. And this one, this is a Dollar Tree stamp set I just found the other day. And I thought those are totes adorbs, so we're going to use them. They're kind of like little postage stamp look. But of course, that only counts if you have the kind of scissors to cut them out with. You know what? I have my secret internet admirer sent me a postage stamp die set. I could have tried them on. I didn't, because I'm just now thinking of it. Wouldn't that be brilliant if those worked perfectly? I'm going to get a pair of scissors. It's not the actual, diddy dotty stamp edge scissors, scalloped edge, I don't know, teeny tiny. And so I will use a pair of scissors for that. I'm just trying to decide which step I want. I know, y'all, sometimes my decisions are a long time coming. And sometimes it's like, oh, just slap it on there and be fine, be just fine. Everything's going to be perfect. It's going to be hunky-dory, just like it's supposed to do. So that's what we're doing. I even got out some colored pencils. I didn't film that part at all because I think I went out there and it was kind of late at night. And I thought, oh, I'm just going to, do this. So colored penciled them and stuff like that. Is your word of the day, I guess. There's those scissors. Now these scissors can be somewhat difficult to cut with because when you make a cut, of course, they're not very short or very long, so you don't have much of a cutting edge, I guess I should say. And you kind of got to wiggle your scissor in there to get it back in the right place, otherwise it's cutting all winky wonky. And so anyway, you can find these a lot at the resale stores, the secondhand stores, charity shops, okay? They are typically in the children's section of a lot of stores. Walmart's, art and crafty stores, that kind of thing. I'm sure they have them on Amazon. I've not looked, but Amazon's got everything from A to Z. Isn't that their motto? So, and I inked around a few things. I didn't ink around everything, but I did ink around a few things. And at some point, I got out my garden patina and the purple, because I like garden patina. It's one of my favorites. And purple, because I like purple. So, I guess I show you a little bit of me fiddling around with them. Because I kind of want them to look like a set, but not exact. Oh, here's our garden patina. I'm sure that's garden patina. It's like my favorite turquoise. And it's a spade, y'all. So I did try, with the rest of them, I did try to keep, the garden patina. What is that red color? Red, it's not vermilion. I think it may be sienna. Don't quote me on that. We'll have to check the ingredients. Anyway, so that's what we're doing. I know. I've just told you the whole story. Oh, here's one of them teensy tiny words. This is where I was using this, and I'm like, oh, they need a teensy tiny word on there. I just happened to have found recently these teensy tiny words. They are tiny, y'all. And, well, obviously you can see that, right? Because that's a 2.5, a 3.5 card. And you can see how teensy tiny that word is. There was a lot of words on there. A lot. So, I guess I didn't show you the packaging at all. I'm real sure it's parklane. I will double check and hopefully put it in the list of ingredients in the description below the video. ... more. Or is it more ... show more? I don't know. Anyway, we are now about halfway through the video, and I've only showed you a couple of sets. Yeah, I like that. One set I did a mushroom stamp on, and I ended up thinking, well, that's not, it still looked plain, so I added some diddy dots, our diddy dots from the wintertime crafts, diddy dot splatter set. Oh, I like that one. Anyway, and we did gold heat embossing on that, but again, I don't think I filmed that part. I know. You're showing us this video. You're telling us this stuff you did, but you're not showing us you did it. Well, you'll get to mostly sort of see them because there will be a photo montage, but you don't necessarily get to see every individual card. There will be a flip through. Oh, here's the mushroom ones. I am showing you the mushrooms, but I don't think I showed you the heat embossing. I don't know. We might have to wait and see. Oh, bless you, champ. Anywho, pretty sure that's sienna. Pretty sure. And we do use, oh, that's a bobunny stamp. Look at that, bobunny got in here too. Mushrooms. Don't you just love them? I remember when I was a child, mushrooms were a big thing. They did them a lot in the 70s. Are we reliving the 70s with our love of mushrooms? Or mushrooms never actually went away? Remember in the 70s? That's the 1900s for you youngins. They was also popular with owls. They come and go too. Well, several different motifs. Come and go. Avocado green. Oh my gosh, y'all. And that yeller, remember that bright yeller? I'm sure it had a name too, but I don't know what it was. And then the orange. We had the orange. Oh, back in the 70s, y'all. Bless our hearts. What a fun time to have been alive. To have experienced the freedom of, all that. I'm not even going there. I was a child. A little child. Too young for lots of things. Now, these words they were with something else. Oh, I got that. I picked it up on clearance at the Joann's. I still think I paid too much for it, but it was on clearance, so it's the best you can do sometimes. It was the only one I even saw that was on clearance like that too. So anyway, it was one of those Timmy sets that came with the clear acrylic stamps and a stencil. Okay? Anyway. See, they're still kind of plain looking. So I came back later. Real sure I didn't fill that part. And I added the wintertime diddy dot splatters and heat embossed them with gold. It's my least favorite set, I think. I don't know. I like them. I don't dislike them. I don't hate them. There's some room for improvement. Like I said, I kind of started getting bored with it. It's the truth. I enjoyed it. Don't misunderstand. You can be bored and still enjoy something. But it's like, that's enough of that for now. That kind of thing. Yeah. So, I think I even came back. Did I put little tiny words on those? I don't remember. Oh, let's do some distress oxides, because yes. So, that was the, whatever color that was, and just some spritz of distilled water, because that's what I keep in my bottles and stuff out there in the studio. And now we're just going to drop a card on there, get the tweezers, pick it up. Tweezing you a little bit, just going to tweeze you a little bit. Okay. And we're going to use that other one, which it's probably speckled egg. I really like that one a lot, y'all. And I think this one may be wild honey. I don't know. I don't know what it is. So you want to make sure you dry your surface if you're going to do the distressed oxide smooching and you're using the water. You don't want water on your ink pad. You don't want your ink pad to start oxidizing before you use it. Hickin', y'all. Because I'm drying them a little bit, and then we will use that other color, which I'm real sure is whatever I said a minute ago. Speckled egg. Y'all. Goodness gracious. Okay, here it comes. Speckled egg. Spritz with water. That's just one of those silicone brushes from the Dollar Tree in the makeup section. I don't know how you apply makeup with them, but you know, I don't do makeup anyway, so it don't no matter. And just using that to smoosh it around so that you don't have necessarily straight lines necessarily, so that you get all the ditty dots. Ditty dots, ditty dots. And we're going to end up stamping these with a lacy-like stamp that came in the package from Bond. And some of the stuff I passed on to the stuff, if I already had a stamp set, I wasn't going to keep two of them, you know. So I sent that on to DEFI, Disabled Artist Foundation, which is 501c, okay? Tax deductible when you donate to them. Anyway, I'm not keeping track of any of that. I'm just telling you in case you want to. That's all. So here's that lacy stamp. It's had 3 different stamps, whatever the name of it was. Hopefully it's listed in the description below. I know. Issues. Sometimes, y'all, I have true issues with all that. And right there, I'm using my favorite new Timmy color, Scorched Timber. Thanks, Secret Internet Admirer, because you're the one that turned me on to that color. I tell you what, I can't wait for them to get that in an archival. Because I also like them not to move sometimes. I like them not to move. Anyway. So yeah, some of the cards got colorization, and some of them are just, you know, they're mostly all white backgrounds. Oh, we're going to make some labels. Darkroom door. Right? I think that's what that said. So I'm like, will that fit? Because I want them to be the same, you know, like they're a family, but different, like they're cousins. Sometimes they first cousins, sometimes they're 5th and 7th and 10th cousins. You know, you got super great grandparents, cousins, kind of stuff. Anyway, black soot. I like that black soot. Better than a jet black. Isn't it called jet black? Morris black. I don't know. Anyway, true. So I'm using my candle lid Baron. Yeah, we made one. Speaking of Defy, for Defy. Care hard even. And here we go. We're going to put a diamond. Oh, and that's the sepia. I guess maybe, well, no, because y'all saw me use the turquoise. Well, garden patina, excuse me, if you want to be real precise about it. And sometimes we used black, purple, garden patina, and I'm real sure that's sepia. I know, I keep saying that. I'm going to have to check. Sometimes I'm a repeater. Bless you, champ. Oh, goodness. My special boy. So, but they're still playing cards. I can put numbers on there if I want to. And the reason they use symbols on the cards is because people couldn't necessarily count or recognize the number, so they would put however many numbers on there. Like if it was 7 of clubs, you would have 7 of the club on there, kind of thing. Okay, back in the day. Oh, and the last 2 that I made was a wild card. I don't know if I got that found or not. Yeah. Oh, they're upside down. Turn them around. Turn them around. This is a little flippy flop, sort of through. Flippy flop, sort of. Okay. Here's a real flip flop. See, it's got tiny word on there. Aren't they cute, though, y'all? They can be used as an artist trading card or as a playing card. As long as all the backs are the same and they end up getting numbers on there. Okay. 1 through 10, and then the king, queen, jack, and ace. Okay. Oh, you can see sort of the gold embossing there on the mushrooms. Sort of. 32. Just a few short of a full deck. Oh, it's kind of like me, right? Just a few short of a full deck. Oh, well. And the stamping's not 100%, but these are perfect, and I'm very happy with them. I am really, really happy with them. Ta-da! Photo montage. The ones with the train engines on there, those are the wild cards. I know they shouldn't necessarily have a club or a diamond or a spade or heart on there, but you know, they did anyway, because it's my cards and I can make them the way I want to make them. So, I appreciate each and every one of you. Kind comments, likes, shares, and subscriptions. Thanks for watching, and happy arting, y'all.